thanks to the chairman, and also thankful to Mr. Energy and Environment Foundation for inviting me for this thing. Virtually, I got invitation just 2 days before, so I have no presentation at all. But I will discuss each and everything very clearly. So, actually, it's all triggered by the COP26 in November 21, when in Glasgow, when Prime Minister Modi made some commitment. And that commitment was first, India will take its non-fossil energy capacity by 500 gigawatt by 2030. Second was, India will meet 50% of its energy requirement from renewable energy by 2030. Third was, India of net zero will reduce the total projected carbon emission by 1 billion ton from now till 2030. And by 2030, India will reduce the carbon intensity of its economy by more than 45%. And fifth, last, by the year 2070, India will achieve the largest, by the target of the net zero. And most of the persons in India as well as abroad, they took it surprise because making such a big commitment, it was how to achieve. There was no dream at all, no discussion at all. So that was the problem. So, but anyway, at that time we produced 383 gigawatt of energy, non-fossil capacity, and 50% was 158 only. But after that, because we have, and when we have set a goal, we have to achieve it. So that became a kind of tendency. And every department, most of the discussions started roundtable discussions or discussion with the stakeholders or experts. It started quickly, and how to achieve that thing. And luckily, it has gone very well, especially with the solar. And a national solar mission was, although it was launched in 2010, but the success of this mission was really beyond expectation because there was no investment by the government or there was no budgetary fund kept by the government for solar mission. And this was very unusual achievement for India because India had a confidence, so we did that. Solar power is generated from the sun during the daytime, and also wind energy when there is a wind. And if there is no sun like during the night time or during other weather conditions, then no energy will be manufactured. So now the next challenging journey was from the creation of 500 gigawatt of fossil-free capacity to a carbon emission-free electricity system. And this means that we don't have to build any thermal power station in future, because if we have to control emissions, then we have to stop coal thermal power stations. And that was a big kind of a thing, how to go about it. So in future, we planned that thing, we should increase our non-fossil energy quickly and to cope up with this emergency issues. So, and at the same time, we went in multi kind of the things that at the same time we started developing hydrogen economy. But with the hydrogen economy, there was the problem that, actually most of the decisions they were taken by the policy makers. So with the hydrogen economy, we didn't propose any fund or nothing, but we kept some funds separately so that this plan can go up further. Like we kept around instead of providing money to any person, they kept separately some money, like 19,074 crore for total budget, but 17,490 crore that was kept for green hydrogen transition, and 1,466 crore for pilot project. That for experiment you have some pilot projects, and then you develop into the full-fledged projects. And then there was 400 crore that was kept for the R&D work, do innovation work, do research work, and then develop the hydrogen economy, hydrogen kind of mission. Now 388 crore was kept for other mission components. So in that way, government didn't provide any fund to any agency or any investment agency, and they kept money separately. And out of this, most of the money, just yesterday or day before yesterday, I'm not informed that most of the money is already in process. Out of 17,000, around 14,000 crore is already in the process. So government has created the market for green hydrogen, and to make its production globally competitive by steering market. So in that way, the total provision in this factor, like hydrogen emission, it are totally different from the other project. Generally, government clears the project, keeps some money and provides some subsidy or etc. But here, no subsidy of any kind was provided by the government. Now, besides this, NPCIL, Nuclear Power Corporation of India Limited, they were also asked to produce hydrogen by directly splitting the water molecule using the very high temperature heat generated in the NPP, nuclear power thermal plants, in pilot plant. And it has been proposed in the hydrogen mission that you keep separate SPV, special purpose vehicles. Like if you are talking about the Ministry of MNRE, then you keep separately water, electricity bits, and then biomass or bio-waste bits, and then you keep nuclear energy also. And similarly, there are some other agencies, industry, if you want to take an industry into consideration, no funds to any industry or anybody for developing hydrogen. So what they did, you make similarly special purpose vehicles for industry sector into different ministries. I mean, not under one ministry, separate ministries. Like if there is iron and steel industry, then you make fund, you make a separate special vehicle. Or for green ammonia, so you make separate budget for that thing. Urea or fertilizer, separate ministry for that. Now shipping, this will be dealt by the another ministry. And heavy duty trucks, that will be dealt by the Ministry of Transport. So other ministry, they will deal with all these kinds of special vehicles, and so that you can develop green hydrogen independently. There is nothing like one institution. So this was the beauty of this hydrogen plant. Like if you talk about the iron and steel, I think Dr. Balyan also talked about that thing, that steel plant which are based on the direct reduced iron or DRI process using natural gas or syngas from coal have the advantage the green hydrogen may be used instead of natural gas or syngas. I mean, you can replace simply this gas or syngas by the hydrogen, and so you can use it. And emission will decline by 95%. That's the beauty. So one has to concentrate on all these aspects, like Ministry of Steel or their experts. They have to think about these things, and then they can encourage how to implement this scheme in iron and Ministry of Iron and Steel to the steel projects. Now, similarly for the another category, like fertilizer category, or here green hydrogen will be used in the production of ammonia instead of natural gas. So simply start thinking about that thing to the innovations or to the experts, that how we can do that thing, and then this carbon dioxide which will be developed, that can be used by the cement plant. Has to be provided by the carbon capture means, and which will come from the cement plant. So we can take this carbon dioxide from the cement plant and we can provide to the fertilizer industry in manufacturing of fertilizer. Like shipping industry, here also green hydrogen can be directly used in shipping or through green ammonia for decarbonization shipping. Now now we come to the main issue, that is the power generation. In power generation, the biggest problem is that you have to close down. There is no other way out if you want to reduce really emissions. And that is the best way, because after some time, after 5 years or 10 years, there will be a peak point, and then it will come down automatically, because when this power, of fossil fuel will be when they will be using non-fossil fuel of other category. So this will come down. But ultimately we can without thermal power resources, we can survive, no problem at all, because whatever non-fossil fuel results are there, they are really wonderful.
Can you
now,
wrap up, please, Dr. Rastogi, quickly wrap up.
Yeah. So simply I will say that by showing so many of examples, we can simply adjust net zero achievement, whether it is a steel plant or whether it's a fertilizer. If we are going towards that direction, then we can simply use techniques or special expertise, and then we can move towards the net zero emission, which is our main target. And whatever we have made commitment by 2070, we should not leave the things for the 2017. We start working today so that we achieve our target before that. Now, I think this is the only way that when we have so much of energy transition, which we can use zero net or the net zero target by simply implementing the facts. But everybody has to do the research work. Everybody has to do the innovation. Government is not taking responsibility in totality. So that's the beauty of all these programs which have come now. I think it's okay. Thank you.